I spent 40 minutes on move 8. I spent the last 40 moves with 30 seconds on my clock where my opponent violated the rules and I was awarded 10 minutes. I had such a stressful game. I wanted to withdraw. He's like, this guy's low on time. I'm not going to do any of the obvious moves of taking the pawns. I'm going to go knight b4. Maybe I'll take this pawn with my knight. And then I'll keep applying pressure on a7 and suddenly I'll have this outside pass pawn and this outside pass pawn. And I'm like, oh no, like I'm on the back foot. You know, I had 2 knockouts, but I need a third one for a TKO. And this guy's coming through with his own, like he's taking the fight to me. And so now he takes back. And now I go rook e6 here with the idea that if he takes the pawn, I can take the bishop. And if he takes back, I go knight c5 check, forking his king and rook. However, I saw if rook takes d6, he go knight e7 check. And wherever I move my king, he takes my rook. And I'm like, oh no, I lose. But the thing is, I completely miscalculated here because if I go rook takes d6, if he gives a check, I go here and he takes, but I take his knight. And so now I'm up a piece, but I forgot that his knight was hanging. I didn't have enough time. So I'm like, okay. So instead of taking his bishop, I go king f7. But now he goes knight d4. And if I move my rook, he gets a fork. This is a fork, and I have to give back the exchange. And now suddenly, I'm up 2 pawns. But this is not trivial. This is not easy. And so I'm like, okay. So he goes knight d4, but I still have a tactic. I was hoping for knight d4 because I go bishop c5, attacking both pieces here. So if he takes, I take, and now I have 2 rooks versus a knight and a knight and bishop. So this should be winning. But now after knight c5, he goes king d5. You know, I have 35, 34, 33 seconds. I'm like, okay, I take the pawn. He takes back with the bishop, and now I take the rook. So that was a desperado. You know, so I know my bishop's going to die. So if I take, he takes. So I sacrifice my bishop first and then take his rook. And so now I'm back up 2 pawns and an exchange. So I have these 2 extra pawns here. So now it's about converting it. But now his king goes in. His king is the advanced piece in this position. If I do nothing, if I go h5, this is a king forward.